Good morning, and welcome to my ride out today. So, my ride today is going to complete the Athelstan Pilgrim Way. I'm going to visit 11 churches on the route, the first one being Charlton. I've just left the town of Malmesbury. I cycled up to Malmesbury from my home in the Cotswolds, and it's about a 50-mile route all round today. So it should be a good day. The weather is quite cold, a bit windy, but hopefully I should get heat on the more I cycle. Okay, I hope you enjoy my video today, and I'll see you on the road. So we're now approaching our first church, Charlton. It's a couple of miles outside of Malmesbury. I know this church quite well because one of my other hobbies is church bell ringing, and I've actually rung at this church, so it's a little bit more difficult to find than some of the others. There is a cycling event going on this morning, so lots of very nippy cyclists coming past me. Even with an e-bike, there's some quite difficult climbs. So it's a left turn before the road bends round to the right, and we go down Park Street, sorry. So the actual church is at the bottom of this road. It does also lead onto the Charlton estate, but that's private, but we don't need to go onto the estate to access the church. So and there is our first church of the day. St John the Baptist at Charlton. So this is our first church, St John the Baptist, in the village of Charlton in Wiltshire. That leads onto the Charlton estate over there. As I was saying on the way down, I have actually run the church bells at this church, and we can have a quick look because I've just found out that the church is open, so I can go through the stamp procedure for the Athelstan Pilgrim Way with you. So this is the porch. So if you are thinking of doing this route, if the churches are locked, very often the stamps are left in the porches, but I know this church is open today, so we will go in. Here we are. Let's just put a few lights on. So this is the ringing chamber. It's quite unique because it's actually on the ground floor, this ringing chamber. At Tebbury, where I ring, we have to go up a load of stairs to get up to the top of the ringing of the bell tower. But anyway, there we go. Absolutely beautiful. I've always loved this church. The stained glass window is absolutely wonderful. That's my Wahoo beeping away in my pocket there. And this is a rather lovely tomb for a husband and wife. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure who the tomb is dedicated to, but it's lovely. The other thing which the Athelstan Pilgrim Way does is they do a little word book for children to look out for dogs. This one's called Charlie. So if any children are watching this, he's on the table with the books. Okay, so let's go and stamp my first stamp of the day. So that is my Pilgrim's Way passport. And as I said, I've been to quite a few of the churches. Just open that up. And you can see I've actually collected quite a number of them. So the one for Charlton is the stamp for Charlton churches in this box, and the stamp is always kept in this little plastic box. So here it is, and it's a pink stamp today. I'll set it up and I'll show you the procedure. There's the stamp is embossed with a design. I'll try and get close to it. And on the bottom you'll see Charlton, because that's specific for this church. And then what you do, you ink up your stamp. These stamps should be quite good today, because I don't think many people have been, as the church is only open today. And then you push it in. Not brilliant, but there we go. And to stop things drying out, you get everything sealed back in the plastic box as soon as you can, so it doesn't dry out for other people. But there's my stamp for Charlton. So the next church we're going to visit is Hankerton, and it's very close to Charlton, so we won't be long. And I'm going to fill in the visitors book. Sibley, Laterton, cycling, the last two benefices of Athelstan Pilgrim's Way. Okay, there we go. So I'll quickly show you the map of where we're going today. It's in the rear of this book. So I have visited all of this area down here. The last two benefices, Braydon Brook and the Upper Thames benefice, opened today, i.e. the stamps were put in the churches, so they opened up. So it's Braydon Brook today. So I have got to visit all these churches and then go up to the Upper Thames before heading back home to Gloucestershire. So that is the map. I will try and get a photo on the video of this. And yeah. So anyway, next stop is Hankerton. I will see you there. So up to the top of this road, and then there'll be a left turn into Wiltshire. I should say further into Wiltshire. So we're not far away from Hankerton now. So this is a town I've never actually been to. So it'll be really interesting to see what it's like. I was just thinking, as I was riding along, that although I plan these routes to my Wahoo and ride with GPS, sometimes it's just nice to go with the flow. The weather is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for cycle riding. There's a bit of a wind, but it's nothing too drastic. And it makes you think how lucky I was really to rediscover this, at a time when I could enjoy it more. I was watching another YouTuber, Sandy, the Wiltshire man. Fabulous YouTuber. If you haven't seen him, well worth going to his channel. But he was describing cycling as a way of being more immersive in nature, and I know what he means, because when you drive your car, you're kind of zipping along and you're missing everything. If you're walking, you're going very slowly. Well, there's nothing wrong with walking. Where cycling is a great way to get around, really. Anyway, we rode on to Hankerton. Right, we're just passing the boundary sign for Hankerton. Okay, so that was a little bit more challenging to find, but luckily I met another cyclist, a gentleman from Hankerton, who said, "Oh, you've just passed it." So he's redirected me. So hopefully I'm now heading in the right direction. There you go, there's the church. This is a Commonwealth War Graves church. Here we are, this is the Holy Cross at Hankerton. Okay, so this is a Commonwealth War Graves church. And there is the Holy Cross, Hankerton. That's a very beautiful church, that is. It's got quite a big area of ground there as well. I bet some of these graves are very old. I noticed that a lot of the graves have got metal railings built around them, and I'm guessing it's because the graves are old and the stone may break. But I'll just have a quick look around here before we head inside the Holy Cross Church. I wonder what was on there. I wonder what was on there. Alright, so we're now going to head into the church, into the porch. Nice to see the doors seem open. I think there may be somebody in the church, so I don't want to film if there's other people in here, don't want to disturb them. So I will take some film of the church, but I won't be saying much. Okay. Hankerton Church. What a lovely, lovely church. I came in, they're arranging for coffee morning, they've just made me a coffee, they're giving me a little bit of history about the church. Anyway. So, here's the chancel. Absolutely beautiful, the chancel is. Look at that. No stained glass window here, but even so. So, Hankerton Church, everyone. Well, I have to say, what an absolutely lovely church. there's a coffee morning or something going on today, and they've just taken me round, showed me the church. I didn't feel it was polite to film everything. I did take a few sneaky seconds of video, but anyway. So this is the rear of the church. They do have a bell tower here with 4 bells, but they're in very poor condition. Apparently hung in the 1400s, so you know they're, and you can't really do much with 4 bells. So, but look at this, absolutely lovely. An area of the graveyard has been left to rewild, which is absolutely lovely. Hankerton is a beautiful church. Beautiful church. So one of the gentlemen of the church brought me outside and said, "You have to behave yourself out here." I said, "Oh, why is that?" He said, "Because the king and the bishop are watching you." So I said, "The king and the bishop?" And so he showed me this, and I will take you there. So on this window we have the king and the bishop. So I will behave myself. Anyway, thank you, Hankerton, for a wonderful welcoming visit. They have the Athelstan Pilgrim Way. There's a walk going on tomorrow, an official walk where people will be turning up to collect the stamps. So I hope it all goes well, but it's been a lovely church, and thank you very much. Well, that was a lovely church, Hankerton Church, lovely people. The weather was gorgeous, had a lovely cup of coffee, and was shown around the church by a really nice gentleman. Showed me some photos of the bells, which don't ring there because they're in bad state of repair. But nevertheless, it was a beautiful church in some of the most wonderful surroundings as well. Anyway, we push on to Crudwell, which is along this road somewhere. We're now entering the village of Crudwell on a rather busy road. So now looking out for the church. Morning. I just saw the church through the trees. Perfect timing as the church rings in a half hour. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to Crudwell, All Saints Church. Here we go, it's the third church on my ride around Braydon Brook, Benefice. Look at that really old tree. It's quite spectacular, isn't it? The ground is a little uneven. So if you are going to walk around the graveyard, just be a little bit sure-footed. That is impressive, that is. Anyway. This is definitely a working church. Look at that. There's a tap here if any of you fellow cyclists need water. I have plenty at the moment, so I'm alright. So this is the rear of the church. That must have been I'm guessing that used to be a door, obviously, Andy, with that lovely arch around it. Absolutely stunning graveyard. It's a lovely view over into those trees over the wall. So early impressions of Crudwell. It's not the nicest road to get here on a cycle, but once you get here, like wow, it's really impressive. I mean, you look at the tower just sticking out above the roof there. Anyway, I need to get a motor on, so we're going to head into the church. So hat off. We head into the porch. As I said in an earlier video, if the church is locked, very often you will find the stamp and any other information relating to the Pilgrim Way on the porch here, but there's nothing here, so let's hope it's unlocked. Hello. There's a stamp over there. Wow. That's beautiful stained glass. I'm guessing this area is where they have a lot of the young people who come to learn about faith. And there's a little kitchen through the back there, so again, if you want water. Yes, it's a well-used church, this one. Yeah, the pews. Oh, look at this. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Yes, that's my other passion, dogs. Hello. Do you want to be on my video?
I probably ought to know you. Forgive me if I do.
No, my name's Andy. I'm doing the Athelstan Pilgrim's Way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Whoops, a daisy. You saw the You saw the blurb.
I did, yeah.
Presumably,
I'm
yes.
just finishing off Braydon Brook and then I'm going up to Upper Thames. So
Oh.
yeah, I've nearly done them all now.
Oh, gracious.
But I'm
that's well
just
done,
coming in,
well
just
done.
finding out, taking some video of the churches. So
Yes.
mapping my journey really.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you done anything in here before?
Not in Cutwell, no.
No.
Crudwell, sorry. Not in Crudwell, I haven't, no.
Yes. Oh no, how clever. So how does it work?
This?
Yeah.
I find it always a little lesson here, so if you want to see you.
Oh, I don't want to see myself at all. Yes, I thought, oh, isn't that brilliant?
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah. So, oh, sorry, matey. Anyway, I will go and get the stamp and I will leave you to your work. I actually ring the bells at Tebbury Church.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so this is how I kind of got to know about.
The Athelstan. It's very exciting, isn't it?
It
Our
is.
section, as you therefore will know, is tomorrow.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've come out earlier because tomorrow I'm ringing the bells tomorrow, so
Yes.
I'm not going to have time. Then I'm back at work, so
No,
I wanted to try and get out today.
I'm going to try and get to Cricklade this afternoon.
I'm going there I'm hoping to be there for the talk.
Yes.
I'm
sounds
unsure because I've
interesting.
got to go up to Latin and round past Lye,
Okay.
so it depends what time I finish there.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
anyway,
that's
it's
great.
been lovely meeting you.
Yes. Well, we don't want anything that you don't want in the video. So just whistle if we're in.
No. If you're in, I will take you out. Don't worry.
Oh, can you?
Oh yes, yeah. I can edit. I edit all the videos. Right. So I'll do my stamp in a minute. But what I'm going to do is just do 6, 9, 25. Andrew Sibley. Laterton. Cycling. The Athelstan Pilgrim Way. There we go. So my final job at this church, because I do need to look at a move, is to get the stamp out. So we're in Crudwell. Which is that one. Oh, there we go. That's a nice clear stamp. Okay. So our next stop today is the. Bye then. I'm all done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. So my next stop today is the church at Ashley, which I don't think is a very long cycle ride away. So I will see you on the road. We are now approaching the village of Ashley. Again, this is a new road for me. I haven't ridden this before. Right, we're now approaching the church at Ashley. This was a very difficult church to find. There's no markings from the road.
Sharp right, then your destination will be on the
when
left.
you turn, it looks like you're on a long private drive with lots of big gardens, but my wahoo insisted I kept going this way, which I did, and eventually I saw the church tower. So be careful for Ashley, and hopefully you'll get there a bit quicker than I did.
Your destination is on the left.
Indeed. So welcome to St James's Church in Ashley, a very difficult church to find, but very interesting nevertheless. So it seems to be off and surrounded by some private estates, and there was this, which I thought was quite interesting, like a well. Anyway, it's all locked, so anyway. That's the Church of Ashley. It's 12:30, so I'm going to stamp this, then I'm going to go get some lunch. So we're going into the porch. The church is unlocked today. Oh, it's quite dark in here. A few lovely. So let's have a quick look around. Yeah, there's a circular font. Some rule. Oh, I wonder what that used to be. This is well ground down now. Anyway. So we're heading for the chancel. And there's a beautiful stained glass window. It's absolutely terrific. Very, very nice. And I found the dog again. There's no name on this dog, but look at the intricate carving on those pieces of that. Very lovely. Anyway, there's the pulpit. We'll have a quick look at the bell tower. Yeah, it looks the ropes are quite fresh, so these bells probably do ring. Anyway, that's how we often do the stamp. So So I'm just going to fill in my details. And reciprocally, Athelstan. Cycling. The Athelstan Pilgrim Way. There we go. All right. So I'll just go and get my passport. Which I didn't bring in. So I'll get out my passport. So this is St James at Ashley. St James, Ashley. Yeah, not very bright, but you can see it. Okay, so my third church of the day, and I've got to stop here. And grab a little bit of lunch. So just checking my next. I'll be then going. My next stop will be Oaksey. Then I'll be heading up to Ashton Keynes in the Upper Thames, Benefice. Okay, I will see you guys. I will see you guys back on the road. Right, that was St James Church in Ashley, and our next stop will be Oaksey, and then we will be heading into Upper Thames to visit Ashton Keynes. So we're going to go left out of here and on to Oaksey. Just left Ashley, I'm now heading to Oaksey. I have to say, the countryside right here is quite stunning. There are some clouds rolling in over there, but a rain will stop 9 enjoyment of today. Wonderful days cycling. All right.
Turn left onto Wheatley Lane.
Hello there. Oaksy Church is straight ahead. So here we are at Oaksy Church. I hope you can see that. So just a quick look around. It's quite busy, quite a few people going in and out here today, so I'm assuming that the Athelstan Pilgrim Way walk is going to be taking place today. I don't know. So there's some lovely cottages on the other side of the road from the church. So it's quite a narrow road down here. Everything. So let's go into the church and see what it's like. If there's lots of people in here, I won't do a lot of filming, but just so we can get an idea. Good afternoon to you. So I thought I'd give you 5 minutes looking at me. So I've just been to the church at Oaksea, but unfortunately the church is locked now, so I can't get in to get the stamp. So I'm gonna roll on to Mighty, which is very close to here. I have decided I'm not going to go and do the Upper Thames today. I'm going to leave that for another weekend. So I've done quite a lot of cycling today, and I think if I go and do the Upper Thames, probably going to be a little bit much. So it's something to look forward to anyway. But so Braydon Brook has just about been done with Mighty finished, and then I can have another trip back to Oaksea when the church is open. I'm guessing it's best to come in the mornings. If it's like it comes into the afternoon, then maybe they're closing up. Anyway, so I wanted to say that if this trip has inspired you, I'm not talking about video editing and videoing, I'm talking about the Athelstan Pilgrim Way. There's a gentleman on YouTube who's a very good vlogger. He's extremely good, and he has done all the stages apart from the two ones that opened today, the church opened today, Braydon Brook and Upper Thames, which he will be doing in the not too distant future. So he's Andy's Adventures, and he's a Facebook friend, and he's really the one who kind of got me looking at doing this kind of thing, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So I've got something to look forward to in a couple of weeks. Maybe I can go off and I can do the Upper Thames region and get the whole thing finished. But I'm not sure how the wind is going to come out in this, because it is windy. But cycling is something that I kind of got back into about a year ago, really, and I think I'm enjoying it more now than I did when I was younger. Oh, it's the old story, isn't it? You know, when you're young, you're a kid, you get your driving licence, you get a car, and that's it. There's only a few people that continue riding, but it's wonderful, but I didn't. And I picked it up a year ago, and the reason I picked it up because I was advised that for my arthritic knee it'd be kind of good to do it, because my knee is very painful. It's painful now, but just give it some exercise, get some blood flowing through the joint. So I thought, why not? And it's good for you. So I bought an e-bike, and I've done hundreds of miles, I suppose, really, on it. Now, I've only had a YouTube channel 3-4 weeks. So when I started, for example, when I started doing the Athelstan Pilgrim Way, I didn't bother videoing it because I didn't bother videoing it because I didn't have a channel. It's only this one I am because I don't have a channel. So I'm not sure how far Mighty is along here. Let me turn you back so you can have a bit of a look at the road. So Mighty will be my last stop. My wife tells me that apparently there's a beer and cider festival in Mighty Park. In case I wonder what's going on. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. It's definitely a cider kind of day, isn't it? Anyway, as I said, I don't think Minty's too far, so I'll see you when we get a bit closer. So apparently, Minty Church is down here somewhere. I've kind of given up on this site now because it's taking me all over the place for a moment. So we'll have a look. Just go across here. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, it's up here. I nearly took a cyclist out. There we go. Mighty Church. The final church of the day. So, here we are at Mighty Church. Unfortunately, this church is also locked, so I'm guessing the lesson to be learned if you want to access the churches is best to come in the morning. The Athelstan Pilgrim Way handbooks, which you can buy hard copies or online, might give you more information. But try and get there in the morning, it seems. Anyway, so Minty's a no-go and I'll have to revisit Minty and Oaksey. But while I'm here, I have something to show you. So I had a little wander around the graveyard, as I do, and I came across this rather amazing gravestone. Check that out. It's a bit of an angle, I'm not sure if you got it. I'll try and get a photo as well. How amazing is that? Anyway, this is the grounds of Minty. Some of these graves are quite old, I think, but love like the way this one has been designed. Oh, that's absolutely lovely. Some of these stones are works of art, really. I might check that one out as well. Absolutely lovely. I will get a few pictures of these ones. Anyway, there we are. So, Mighty Church. One for another visit, another day. So here I am at Mighty Church, the last church I'm visiting today, and it's an absolutely glorious day. Two of the churches were closed today, so they're going to have to mean another return. So Oaksey and Minty both closed, so I'm going to have to come back another day to see them. And I have got the Upper Thames to do. You know, It doesn't really matter though, because at the end of the day, the joy is out. It's being out cycling in this beautiful weather amongst these beautiful places and the lovely historic county of Wiltshire. You just can't beat it, and sometimes it's just good to slow down, and not everything is going to go to plan, but that's okay, I don't mind that. Anyway, so let me just show you my bike. There you go. So we've now got, I don't know, about an hour's ride to get home, I think, and to get back before dark, and see my wife as well. So anyway, it's been amazing being with you all today, guys. As I said, these videos are a bit of a practice thing at the moment, just to see how best, if I make them any better, and in time I'm sure they will get better. But it's been really nice seeing you all. Ride safely, and I will see you again in the very near future.